Hello everyone, this is Whitebox here with another game of Spirit Island. This is going to be the last one in my Introduction to Horizons series, as I go through all of the Horizons of Spirit Island spirits in true solo games. And I've left what is probably the one that I was most excited for last, Eyes Watch from the Trees. I think it's appropriate. Halloween's coming up. We got the spooky eyes here. So yeah, let's dive right in and see what this spirit's all about. So Eyes Watch from the Trees. Even after centuries, the Dahan find many things about Eyes Watch from the Trees somewhat enigmatic. Is it a spirit of the trees themselves, or a spirit which inhabits trees as its home? Is it one spirit, or many, or a sort of collective spirit? Despite these uncertainties, most Dahan trust the spirit. It warns of danger, helps those lost or injured in the forest, and only works mischief on aggressors and the arrogant. Back in the days of the First Reckoning, its faint whispers were a source of dread, but to current generations, they're a familiar and expected part of the island. My setup is to put 2 of my presents, get these out, on my starting board in the highest numbered jungle. That's appropriate. I'm going to be playing on board G, so that's land 6. I start with 4 unique power cards and 0 energy. Interestingly, one of the spirits that was just revealed for Nature Incarnate starts with energy. The first one that does. Playstyle, good at defending against ravages and at steadily earning fear. Its ability to gather Dahan to fight back when defending can make a huge difference, changing a stalling tactic into a blow against the invaders. Starting summary, some offense, a little bit more control, a little bit more fear, and a lot of defense. Alright, so let's take a look at the front panel here. So we've got 3 growth options: reclaim cards, gain a power card, and gain 1 energy. Pretty standard. I think 3 of the spirits have that from Horizons. Gain 2 presence. And then gain a power card, add a presence at 3 range, and gain 1 energy. So pretty basic growth options. Presence track, it's got some elements, splash of plant, some moon, some air. It gets up to 4 energy per turn, so energy gain, probably the lowest of these Horizon spirits. Gets up to 4, and it doesn't have any growth option that gives more than 1. So energy, going to be a concern, probably not a big major spirit. Card plays, although only go up to 4, so interesting. So not a lot of energy or card plays. Special rule is Dahan trust the Watchers. After one of my powers adds defend to a single land, I can gather up to 1 Dahan into that land. Power includes both my innate power and my power cards, and can be used with any number of defend powers per turn, which is pretty cool. And then innate is mischief and sabotage. So speed, fast, range 1 from a sacred site. It's fear and defend. Fear and defend, fear and defend, up to 5 fear and defend 12. That's pretty cool. So that's not bad at all. Okay. And then we take a look at the power cards. So, I think I look okay. I've got Boon of Watchful Guarding. It's 0 cost. In one of the target spirit's lands, defend 4. Target spirit may pay 1 energy to instead defend 8. That's cool. It's targets any spirit. So, nice. Eerie noises and moving trees. Slow power costs 2, so that's pretty expensive. 2 fear, push up to 2 explorers or towns. Mysterious abductions. It's 1 cost card, 0 range, 1 fear, 1 damage. Okay. And then whispered guidance through the night. It's 1 range from a jungle. Gather up to 3 Dahan. If invaders and Dahan are present, 1 fear. So it only starts with 1 defend card, although it's innate grants defense, which is cool. Kind of like Many Minds Move as 1. So fear and defend. Alright, let me set up my board, and then I'll be good to get started. As always, for this series, I'm playing against Brandenburg-Prussia 3. I've already got my board set up for that. I'm going to be using the teal color here, with maroon as a marker. Okay. Check in, make sure I'm not needed. Looks like I'm good, so I'm good to get started. Let me flip the initial Explorer card here. It is Wetlands. Okay. So I gotta figure that out. So my choice here is whether I want to plan to defend land 2 or just let it go. There's no presence there, there's no blight there, there's no Dahan there, so it's not really important. I could just leave it alone and worry about setting up for other things in the future. Land 4, potentially an issue, so I might try to push some stuff out of that. And if I go up to 2 energy per turn, I think that might help me a lot in the long run. So yeah, let me do that. So I'm going to go second growth option. 2 from top. I'll go, let's see, I want to be in jungles. Let's go 1 there and 0 range, so I'll go 2 up in land number 7. Oh, actually, my starting should have been in the highest number of jungles, so I should have started here, actually. So instead, I'll place those presents down here in land number 6. It works out okay. So I'm still kind of far from land 3, but otherwise, I've got a sacred site next to every land on the island from a jungle, which should be pretty good. So I get 2 energy. I'm going to play Eerie Noises and Moving Trees, and pay for that. And then I'm good to go. So let's go into the invader phase. They're going to build in wetlands. Alright, and then that's that. Then they're going to explore in jungle. Cool. I'm okay with that. Alright, and then I get my slow powers. So my slow powers here, I have 2 fear, push up to 2 explorers or towns. So I just kind of want to push out of land 4, I think, just so I don't have to worry about it. Yeah, I think that's good. So let's go ahead and target land 4. I'm gonna do 2 fear, push up to 2 towns and explorers. I guess I could defend that instead. Maybe it's worth it. Let's see. Am I gonna have defense next turn? I probably would. So interestingly, I could leave that there, use my innate to defend 2 and land 4 next turn. It should be easy enough for me to hit. And yeah, so let's do that. Plan on defending that land. So instead, what I might do is actually push that town into land 7. I'm okay with them building a city there because I have a card that can give me 8 defense, and then I'll just be able to destroy it. So I think that might be okay. We'll see. I'm gonna plan on that. A little risky, but I think it's okay. So that will be my turn. Discard cards and go back to growth. And with my growth now, I have 2 energy per turn unlocked. The rest of my cards are pretty cheap, so I don't have to worry too much about that. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a presence at a range of 3. Go from bottom. I want to go into land 2, I think. I'm going to be reclaiming next turn, probably. Depends on what card I get for a minor. Because I may as well stop that from ravaging, if I have the option. I've got Quicken the Earth Struggles, that's good. More defense. Voracious Growth. Call to Migrate and Devouring Ants. Okay. You know what, I'll go in all in on defense. Let the Dahan fight back for me. Doesn't have a plant, but that's fine, I think. So I'll take Quicken the Earth Struggles. I can use it next turn. Alright, I get 1 energy from Presence, or 1 energy from that growth option. 2 energy from Presence. And I'll go with Boon of Watchful Guarding, as well as Mysterious Abductions. Okay, pay for that. And then I'm good. I'm ready for my fast powers. I feel like that is shifted slightly. Let me there we go. Hopefully I'm more centered now. So let's go with Mysterious Abductions here in land 6. It's 1 fear and 1 damage. So I can kill that Explorer. Now range 0, but that's fine. I've got Mischiefs and Sabotage. My innate is going in land number 4, so that's going to be defended 2 and 1 fear. Also, because of my special rule, since I used a defend card, I can gather 1 Dahan in there. Then I've got Boon of Watchful Guarding, so I'm going to pay an energy to defend 8 in land number 2. And I can gather 1 Dahan into that land as well. Okay, that's that. So now we go to the Invader phase. I get a Fear card, turn level 1. Fear of the Unseen. Each player removes 1 explorer or town from a land with a sacred site. Okay, cool. So I can remove... I want the more fear. I'm going to be able to defend this 10 next turn, so I'm not worried about them building a city. I'm just going to go ahead and remove the explorer. Since I already have a defend 10 card that I can use next turn, I'm not worried about that. So that's okay. Then Ravage and Wetlands. So this one is defended 8. They're doing 6 damage. Dahan will fight back and do 2. Kill the town. Right here, they are doing 3 damage. I'm defending 2. So they will damage one of these Dahan. But then the Dahan will fight back and kill that town. Alright, so that was the Ravage. Next is Build in Jungle. They will build a city up in here. And nothing in land number 6, because I cleared that up. And then we get Mountain Wetland. I was hoping for Jungle, but that's okay. Yeah, so I guess I could have stopped this Explorer if I had gotten rid of the town there, but I think it's alright. I want the extra fear. I'm going all out on counterattacks. So that's the Explorer. Then I go to Slow Powers, but I had none, so that's my turn. So time passes, this Dahan heals, my markers get removed, and I'm ready for the next turn. So I think I'll still go with Growth 3, I think. Gives me an energy, lets me get another card, can put off the Reclaim, which is probably okay, keep getting presence down. So do I want top or bottom? If I go top, it's going to let me get an extra innate, so I think that's probably better. I like the plant, so let's go with that. I think I want my Sacred Site here in this wetland, so I'll be able to deal with that okay. Actually, discard these cards, so I know it's the next turn. I get a power card. I'm going to get another Miner. Call to Isolation. Call of the Dahan Ways. Nature's Resilience. And Elemental Boon. So I like both Call of the Dahan Ways and Nature's Resilience here. Nature's Resilience is a fantastic card. In general, defends 6, and that's going to work really well with Eyes Watch from the Trees. But Call of the Dahan Ways is probably more fun. Getting more Dahan on the board is going to be great for my counterattacks. So I think, as much as I like Nature's Resilience, I'm going to go with Call of the Dahan Ways, and possibly use that this turn. Alright, and I get 1 energy as well, plus 2 for presence. Definitely want to quicken the Earth struggle. And do I want to Whisper Guidance through the night and get my innate, or do I want to do Call of the Dahan Ways and convert a town to a Dahan? I think I'd rather do that. Even though I won't get my innate defend, I don't need it this turn, so I can save it for next turn. So let's go with Call of the Dahan Ways. I've got 2 moons, so I can replace a town with a Dahan when we get to the slow phase, which is very, very good. Okay, all set. So let's go into the fast powers. So fast powers, I have Quicken the Earth Struggle, so I'm going to defend 10 here in this land. That will let me gather a Dahan as well. And that's it. The other is slow. No fear card this turn, so I'm going to go straight into a Ravage. So nothing happens here. Right here it's defended 10, they do 5 damage. The Dahan will fight back and kill the city and town. And that does 3 fear. So that gets me pretty close to Terra level 3. Or 2, excuse me. That was the Ravage. Next is going to be the build in Mountains and Wetlands. Right there. Right there. That is a lot of builds. That's a little bit dangerous, but I think I can work with it. Right there. And then explore sands. With escalation is to add a town into a land that doesn't have a town. So I'll throw that back into that land up there. Then I go to slow powers. I've got Call of the Dahan Ways. I'm going to convert a town to an explorer somewhere where there's Dahan. Let's go ahead and do it in land number 4. Okay. And that's that. Good to go. So I wanted to put off the reclaim. I don't think that I'm going to be able to, because I need some defense. So let's go ahead and reclaim. Gain a power card again. So I will gain another minor. Got Gift of Power. It's got great elements. Drought. Drift down to Slumber, pretty good elements as well. And it's Defend. Defend Sands is going to be nice next turn. So I think I will go with Drift Down to Slumber. It's also free, which is good. I don't have a ton of energy. So that's going to be great for next turn. I get 1 energy from that as well. 2 energy for Presence. And then I've got 2 card plays. So I would like to get more than that pretty soon. But I can wait a little while. Okay. So let's go with, I want to defend land 1 as well as land 2. But I can use my innate for that. So as long as I hit my innate, I'll be good. So let's do Quicken the Earth Struggles. And Whispered Guidance through the trees. Or through the night, excuse me. I think that's okay. I'll give up 1 Ravage this turn, but that's not a big deal. Camera keeps turning. Alright, so 1 Ravage is fine. So yeah, that's good. I'll pay for my card. And get right into it. So I'm going to defend 10 here in land number 2. I'll gather a Dahan into 2. Land is too crowded. I'm also going to use my innate Mischief and Sabotage, just the first level still. So 1 fear and defend 2 in land number 1. And that's that. So go to a fear card. Isolation. Each player removes 1 explorer or town from a land where it's the only invader. Okay, that's good. I can stop that build in land number 5. And then Ravage. So they will blight land number 8. That's okay. We'll deal with it later. They're going to Ravage land number 1. It's defended 2, and they're doing 3 damage. Dahan will fight back and kill that town. Land number 2 is defended 10. They're doing 7 damage. The 2 Dahan will fight back. Killing a city and an explorer, and pushing me into terror level 2. Okay, I'm gonna fix this camera just so it stops creeping over to the right side. Gotta keep that centered on me. I think that's better. Alright, then we've got, so that was the Ravage. Right here, they're gonna Ravage as well. And yeah, just 1 damage to that Dahan, but that is fine. Take my markers back. And then they're going to build in sands. So they'll build 1 city up in land number 3. Explore in mountains. Okay, that's a little dangerous with land number 8 there taking some damage, but I should be able to defend that alright. An escalation out of town, to a land without a town. I'll go ahead and do that into land 6. Then my slow powers, I can gather up to 4 Dahan. If invaders in Dahan are present, then 1 fear. Let's do that into land 3. That's going to be 1 fear. Oh, it has to be 1 range from a jungle. Can't do that. Okay. So I'll do it in here instead. And get those 3 Dahan into land number 8. Okay. So that's good. I'm going to discard cards and go back to growth. I feel like I'm going through this game pretty quick, but defense is something that I like doing, so that's kind of fits my playstyle, I think. Now I'm going to go back to growth. I could probably do a double growth from bottom to get up to more card plays. And I do want to have presence in land number 3 so I can defend there. So let's do that. Do a double growth from bottom. And both presence into land number 3. Well, let's see. Maybe I do need to do something about land number 8 next turn, so next turn might be another reclaim. No, that's okay though. I think that's fine. Yeah, that should be fine. So let's go with heal my Dahan up. Eerie noises and moving trees. Drift down into slumber. Actually, I can save Boon of Watchful Guarding until next turn, so that'll be really good, actually. Yeah, that'll work nicely, I think. Alright, and also call the Dahan ways. Okay, cool. So let me pay for these cards. And go into my fast powers. So first up, I have Drift Down into Slumber. That's going to be a Defend 4 up in land 3. And I will gather a Dahan there as well. Then I've got my Innate. I think I've got the 2nd level. So it's going to be another Defend 4, and I can gather another Dahan in there. And 1 Fear. don't quite... one plant short from having... Yeah, one plant short from having the 3rd level, which would be really good. That would give me 3 fear and defense 6. Yeah, I couldn't have gotten it this turn, I don't think. Maybe I could have with mysterious abductions. Is that worth it? It's an extra 2 fear. No, I do want the extra fear card, so I'm going to switch out Call of the Dahan Ways for Mysterious Abductions. So instead, it's going to be 3 fear and defense 6, so this land is defended 10. It's very safe. And that gets me an extra 2 fear. I want the extra fear card. Okay. That's that. I'm going to go into the invader phase. I guess I don't need Drift Down into Slumber. No, I will. Alright, so 2 fear cards. Terra level 2. I've got Seek Safety. Each player may gather 1 explorer into a land with towns or cities, or gather 1 town into a land with cities. Cool. So let's go with... I'll just stock up in there. Because it's defended 10. Not going to have enough counterattack to kill stuff, but that's okay. And Wary of the Interior, each player removes 1 explorer or town from an inland land. Okay. I'm fine with them building a city there, because I'm going to counterattack it and destroy it. So, let's see. Yeah, I just need to defend 7, so I'll be good. Alright, Ravage and Sands, so nothing here. That one, it's defended 10. They're doing 8 damage. Dahan will fight back. I'll kill the city and a town. Or city and an explorer. If I gotten 1 more Dahan there, it would have been great, but that's okay. Actually, I didn't do my 1 damage. So, I could have done 1 damage here to one of those cities. Or one of those towns, excuse me. And then, in the counterattack, they would have destroyed it. So I'm going to retcon that slightly. Have my 1 damage from Mysterious Abductions here in land number 3 to a town. And then after that, the Dahan would kill the town and the city. So that is an extra fear. Closing in on Terra level 3. Okay. Build in mountains. And explore wetlands. Okay. Wetlands is fine. Escalation, I'm going to throw another town over in land number 7. Cool. Alright. And let's see. So slow powers. So I've got eerie noises and moving trees is my 1 slow power. I can do 2 fear and push up to 2 explorers or towns. Let's see. I don't think I'm gonna be able to defend land 1 enough. Maybe I will. Depends on what card I get with a miner. Oh no, I can just unlock the plant. So good chance that I'll be able to defend 4 in land number 1 without having to worry about it. Not guaranteed, but it's a very good chance that I'll be able to defend 4 in land 1 next turn. With that in mind then, I think I will go ahead and just stop that town build in land number 2, probably. Let's push those 2 guys. I'll just stock up here in land number 3. Alright, that's 2 fear as well. That was my only slow power, so I'm going to discard cards and go back to growth. With my growth, I'm going to go growth 3. I'm going to add a presence. Let's draw power cards first. I know whether I should go top or bottom. I've got Pull Beneath the Hungry Earth, Sap the Strength of Multitudes, Rain of Blood, and Gift of Living Energy. A little dangerous. I only got one thing with Moon, but that is going to be the play. So I need that second Moon. Yeah, that'll be fine. Sap the Strength of Multitudes is a very, very good card. Unfortunately, drawing cards for needs right now, so I can't really afford to get it. I get 1 energy. I'm going to go from bottom into land number 8. Then I get 2 energy for presence. I'll play my 3 cards. And I get to go right into fast powers. So, fast powers here, I have Mischief and Sabotage. So I have 2 Moon and 3 Plant. So I get to do a Defend 4 in land number 1. I'm going to gather a Dahan there because of that. And it's 1 fear. Then in one of target spirit's lands, defend 4, or I can pay 1 energy to defend 8, which I will do. And that's going into land number 8. Fortunately, no Dahan that I can gather, but that's alright. So that's that. Then I go to the invader phase. Only 1 fear card this turn. Each player removes 1 explorer or town from a coastal land. They're going to fight back and kill everything there, so I'll remove this coastal town. That's from Emigration Accelerates. Alright, Ravage in Mountains. So this one's defended 4. Dahan, they're doing 4 damage. Dahan will fight back and kill everything in that land. Getting me another fear card, and I'm 1 fear card away from terror level 3. Now, Ravage in this mountain here. It's defended 8. They're doing 7 damage, so not enough. My Dahan will fight back and kill the city and the town. And an explorer. And that's 3 fear. Almost cleared it out. And that's that. Build in wetlands. I'll get a town right there. And then explore in jungle. With the escalation. And I'll throw the escalation town into lands 8. Okay. And now I think I've won here in the slow phase. So let's play it out. So first I've got Call of the Dahan Ways. I've got 2 moons, so I can replace a town with a Dahan. And I will. Somewhere. It's got to be here. So place that town with a Dahan. Then I've got Pull Beneath the Hungry Earth. If my presence is present, I do 1 fear and 1 damage. And if the target land is sands or wetlands, I do 1 damage. So I can do 2 damage in a sands or wetlands if I have presence there. And it's 1 fear. 1 fear away from terror level 2. So let's go ahead and use that right here. I'll just kill 2 of the explorers. Get my 1 fear. Push into terror level 3. And there are no cities on the board, so I win right away. So that was a fun game. I as expected, I like the spirit a lot. I like defense, and the ability to gather Dahan into lanes that you're defending is amazing. I think I'm going to have a lot of fun with this spirit against higher level adversaries as well. But let me go ahead and score it up. I will be right back, and then give my final thoughts. And I'm back. So this was a 54-point game. I think that's the highest of any of these 5 games that I've played with the Horizon Spirits. Adding the extra Dahan will do that, so that was mainly the difference with that score. But that was fun. No major powers needed, just relying on Dahan counterattacks to take out all of these invaders for me. They like the spooky boys, the spooky eyes, watching from the trees, whispering to Dahan, letting them know that the invaders are about to attack so they can fight back and defend themselves appropriately. It's fun. I like this spirit thematically. I like the spirit mechanically. I'm maybe gonna play this next as well, pairing it with one of the spirits from the original game, just to start with that series. Yeah, we'll see what happens. So hopefully you've liked this series. I've liked exploring these Horizon spirits in true solo games. I'm excited to start putting them into two-handed games next week. And if you are interested in a particular pairing, feel free to let me know in the comments below. Right now, the two that I'm leaning towards are Rising Heat paired with Volcano, or Eyes Watch from the Trees paired with probably Bringer of Dreams and Nightmares, just to get a nice spooky game in right after Halloween. But as always, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see everyone next week.